In a realm shrouded in twilight, where the moon cast silver shadows over ancient castles, there lived a powerful being known as the Vampire King. His name was Lord Aurelian, and his very presence commanded respect and fear. Tall and regal, he had long flowing hair as dark as the night sky and eyes that glimmered with an otherworldly intensity. His skin was pale, almost luminous in the dim light, giving him an ethereal quality. If you enjoy this video, please like the video and subscribe for more, and tell me where you are watching from today. I always find it awesome to see where all my viewers are watching from. Let's get back to the video. Legends spoke of his unmatched strength, cunning intelligence, and his ability to control both the night and the creatures that roamed it. But beyond his fearsome exterior lay a heart filled with profound sorrow. Lord Aurelian ruled over a vast kingdom called Nocturna, where the air was thick with magic and mystery. The towering castles stood against the horizon, their spires reaching for the stars. The lands around were filled with whispering forests, deep valleys, and hidden caves that held secrets of ages past. Creatures of all kinds inhabited his kingdom. Sorrowful spirits, fierce wolves, and even gentle fairies who danced under the glow of fireflies. Despite its beauty, Nocturna often felt empty to Aurelian, for he had lost something irreplaceable: his beloved wife, Lady Alara. Lady Alara had been the light of his life, a bright star in the endless darkness. She was kind-hearted and full of laughter, her presence bringing warmth to the cold stone walls of their castle. They shared a love that transcended the ages, a bond that was rare even among the immortal. However, tragedy struck when she mysteriously vanished one fateful night. Lord Aurelian searched tirelessly for her, scouring every corner of his kingdom and beyond. But all his efforts yielded only despair. His heart turned to ice, and the once vibrant essence of his soul dulled into a shadow of its former self. Years passed in endless nights, filled with longing. Aurelian kept himself surrounded by loyal subjects and advisors. Yet, in his private chambers, silence echoed like a haunting melody played on repeat. He often lingered near her favorite garden, where vibrant flowers blossomed even in the moonlight. It was there he would sit, reminiscing about her beautiful smile, her laughter ringing like chimes through the night air. But those memories were bittersweet. They reminded him of her absence and left him feeling more isolated than ever. In his vulnerability, Aurelian became known as a king who ruled with a heavy heart. Whispers spread throughout Nocturna about the Vampire King mourning his lost love. Some called him cursed, others praised him for his unmatched loyalty. Still, none could understand the depth of his pain or the unbearable weight of the loneliness that filled his days. He would gaze at the stars, searching for her face among them, hoping that somehow she was watching over him. Little did he know that fate had something unexpected in store for him. As he wandered through the moonlit halls one evening, an unsettling feeling gripped him, a stirring in the air that hinted at change. Aurelian's intuition often guided him well. It was a gift that came with his powers. It compelled him to seek something new amidst his grief, perhaps even a glimpse of hope. It was on this very night that destiny set into motion a series of events that would alter everything he knew. In a distant village at the edge of his kingdom, there was talk of a girl who wore a remarkable necklace, a piece said to hold a remarkable past connected to lost loves and ancient secrets. Intrigued by these rumors, Lord Aurelian felt an inexplicable pull towards her story. As he prepared to make his way to the quaint settlement, he couldn't shake the feeling that this girl might be more significant than merely another person. Unbeknownst to him, this girl would soon cross paths with the memory of his beloved wife and uncover truths that had remained locked away for far too long. The Vampire King set forth on a journey driven by curiosity, yet haunted by memories. A blend of hope and sorrow, waiting to unfold ahead of him in ways he could never imagine. In the quiet village of Eldergrove, nestled at the edge of Nocturna, lived a girl named Lila. She was a spirited young woman with a wild mane of golden hair that danced in the wind like sunbeams breaking through the leaves. Her eyes were bright green, sparkling with curiosity and wonder, reflecting the vibrant life surrounding her. Known for her adventurous spirit, Lila spent her days exploring the lush forests and secret glades near her home, collecting stories and treasures from nature. Lila had grown up in a modest cottage with her grandmother, who often shared tales of magic and mystery from their ancestors. These stories fascinated Lila and ignited her imagination, filling her heart with dreams of far-off lands and heroic quests. The villagers adored her. They often found her helping at the market or playing with younger children, her laughter ringing out like a melody that brightened even the gloomiest of days. Everyone knew her as a kind soul, someone who could find beauty in the ordinary. One fateful day, while wandering through an enchanted grove filled with ancient trees, Lila stumbled upon an old, forgotten path. Intrigued, she followed it deeper into the forest until she reached a clearing bathed in soft sunlight. At the center stood an old stone pedestal, covered in moss and flowers. Upon this pedestal lay a breathtaking necklace, a shimmering piece adorned with silver filigree and a central gemstone that sparkled like a star captured in glass. As she reached out to touch it, a warm breeze enveloped her, whispering secrets from the past. The moment she clasped the necklace around her neck, Lila felt an energy coursing through her, connection to something greater than herself. Little did she know, this necklace held a rich history intertwined with the fate of Lord Aurelian's lost wife. Returning home with the necklace draped around her neck, Lila felt different, almost as if she had awakened to a new reality. Her grandmother noticed the change immediately and gasped when she saw the necklace. "That piece is said to be enchanted," she warned, her voice trembling slightly. "It belonged to Lady Alara, the beloved wife of the Vampire King." Lila's eyes widened in disbelief. She had heard whispers about the tragic tale but never thought much of it. Curiosity sparked within her as she listened to her grandmother recount stories of Alara's kindness and beauty. With each word, Lila felt a growing sense of purpose. Perhaps destiny had chosen her for something special. She began wearing the necklace every day, feeling its weight as both an honor and a burden. It ignited questions within her. What really happened to Lady Alara? Why did the necklace end up hidden away in the forest? As days turned into weeks, Lila continued exploring both her village and beyond. She sought knowledge about ancient legends, speaking with wise villagers and researching in dusty old books. Each tale revealed more about Aurelian's heartache and his tireless search for his lost love. The stories made her heart ache for him. She could imagine how lonely he must feel without Alara by his side. One afternoon, as Lila gathered wildflowers near the village square, she overheard two villagers discussing strange occurrences in Nocturna. The Vampire King had been spotted wandering close to Eldergrove. Her heart raced. Could it be true? Perhaps he was searching for his long-lost wife, or even for clues about what happened to her. Determined to seek out Lord Aurelian and uncover the truth about Alara's disappearance, Lila felt a surge of bravery. She decided to wear the necklace when she finally encountered him. It might be their connection to each other's fates that could reveal what had been hidden for so long. As twilight approached and stars began to twinkle above the village, Lila stood at the edge of Eldergrove, gazing into the shadows of Nocturna. A sense of anticipation filled her heart as she prepared for what lay ahead. A journey that would bring together the past and present in ways none could have imagined. With every step forward, she felt closer not only to Lord Aurelian, but also to uncovering the truth about love that transcends time itself. The necklace that Lila discovered held a profound significance, one that reached back through time and intertwined with the very essence of love and loss. Crafted by skilled artisans from an era long past, it was a breathtaking piece meant to symbolize the unbreakable bond between Lord Aurelian and Lady Alara. The design of the necklace was both intricate and enchanting, comprising delicate silver filigree that twisted and turned like the branches of an ancient tree. At its center sat a gemstone of deep azure, reminiscent of a twilight sky filled with stars, glimmering as if it contained the light of countless memories. According to village lore, the necklace was not merely decorative. It was imbued with enchantments reflecting Alara's kind nature and her connection to the magical realm of Nocturna. It was said that when she wore it, the necklace radiated warmth and provided protection from darkness, both physical and emotional. It had been a gift from Aurelian on their wedding day, representing his promise to stand by her side through all trials. The couple had shared many moments wearing it together during starlit dances in their castle gardens or on quiet evenings under the vast canopy of night. However, after her mysterious disappearance, the necklace became a symbol of heartache for Aurelian. In his sorrow, he believed it held part of Alara's spirit and energy, forever binding him to her, even in absence. As years passed without word or sign of her whereabouts, he kept the memory of the necklace alive within him, a glimmering reminder of love lost amid shadows. He would often wander through their garden at night, recalling how beautiful Alara looked adorned in its shining glory. For Lila, wearing the necklace felt like stepping into a storybook filled with magic. She could sense its history whispering to her as if Alara's spirit guided her every step. With each passing day she wore it, Lila felt more connected not only to Alara, but also to Lord Aurelian himself. The weight around her neck grew heavier yet comforting. She realized this necklace was more than just an object. It bore witness to timeless devotion and longing. As Lila explored tales surrounding Lady Alara's life further, she discovered that villagers believed each story about the kingdom carried traces of Alara's kind heart, how she helped those in need or comforted lost souls with her gentle touch. People recounted how she would leave small gifts throughout Nocturna for children or organize feasts for those who had suffered losses, acts that made her beloved among common folk and nobles alike. Despite being shrouded in tragedy over the years since her disappearance, stories about Lady Alara continued to inspire hope throughout Nocturna. Villagers spoke in hushed tones about sightings close to dark woods where flowers bloomed year-round, the same blooms that adorned her garden at home. It ignited belief among some that perhaps one day she might return home. With knowledge growing ever deeper inside Lila's heart and mind, she could no longer ignore fate's calling. This necklace was not simply an heirloom. It connected her path with Aurelian's grief-filled journey toward healing. One evening, while sitting beside a gentle stream that flowed through Elder Grove, Lila turned over thoughts in her head as she admired the sparkling reflection dancing upon water's surface, a sight much like the luminous gemstone around her neck. She began pondering what might happen if she encountered Lord Aurelian. Would he recognize his wife's cherished possession? Would he feel the same energy coursing through him once more? A heightened sense of urgency gripped Lila as moonlight bathed everything in silvery hues. Time spun like threads woven into fate itself, with each tick echoing softly against stone walls nearby. She knew she had to find him soon before uncertainty swallowed both their hopes whole. The intertwining destinies drew closer now. Lila could feel herself on the cusp of something monumental waiting just beyond reach. A reunion with history cloaked beneath layers thickened by pain, yet illuminated by love everlasting. With newfound determination igniting within her soul like fireflies flitting across twilight skies ahead, the girl who showed her necklace prepared herself for whatever awaited them both upon this journey toward truth and revelation intertwined forevermore. The night was still, with a gentle breeze rustling the leaves as Lila approached the castle of Lord Aurelian. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the stone walls and illuminating her path. Her heart raced with anticipation and nerves. This was the moment she had been preparing for, the encounter that could change everything. As she entered the grand hall, shadows danced along the walls, creating an atmosphere both majestic and haunting. Layla spotted Aurelian standing near a tall window, his silhouette framed by the moonlight. He appeared regal, yet weary, his long, dark hair cascading down his shoulders and his expression one of deep contemplation. Clearing her throat to gather courage, Lila stepped forward, clutching the necklace tightly in her hand. "Your Majesty," she began softly, her voice trembling slightly. Aurelian turned to face her, his sharp features illuminated by the faint light that filled the room. In that instant, time seemed to freeze as his gaze fell upon the necklace around Lila's neck. The color drained from his face, and his eyes widened in disbelief. It was unmistakable. The intricate design with delicate silver filigree and that striking azure gemstone at its center. Memories flooded back to him like a tidal wave, crashing against rocky shores. The Vampire King staggered backward, emotions swirling within him. Shock, longing, and a profound sense of hope intertwined with deep-seated grief. "Ilara," he whispered under his breath, barely able to process what he was witnessing. The name slipped through his lips like a prayer, a name that had haunted his every waking moment for years. Lila felt a shift in the atmosphere as Aurelian's expression morphed from astonishment to something softer. An ache mingled with longing. She could see tears welling in his eyes as he took a tentative step closer, drawn toward the glimmering necklace that had once adorned his beloved wife's neck. "Where did you find it?" he asked, hoarsely, barely able to contain the tremor in his voice. "I discovered it in an enchanted grove," Lila explained carefully. "I didn't know it belonged to Lady Ilara until my grandmother told me." Her heart raced as she watched Aurelian's reaction unfold before her. This powerful king reduced to raw emotion at the sight of a piece of jewelry. For Aurelian, memories surged through him like fragments of a dream long forgotten. Starlit dances in their garden where Ilara twirled gracefully beneath cascading blooms. Evenings spent whispering sweet promises under a blanket of stars, laughter echoing through their castle halls. Each recollection felt both joyous and painful, as if they were threads woven into a tapestry of love now frayed by loss. He reached out slowly, as if afraid that any sudden movement might shatter this fragile moment. His fingers brushed against the cool surface of the necklace, sending ripples of energy coursing through him, familiar yet foreign after all these years apart from Ilara's presence. He felt warmth radiating from it, as if capturing remnants of her spirit still lingering within its delicate design. "Do you know what this means?" he breathed out with wonderment lacing each word. "It binds our past together. It is not merely an object, but a bridge between realms." His voice broke slightly as he continued. "It carries her essence, her love." Lila nodded solemnly, feeling overwhelmed by the gravity of their connection through this piece of jewelry. She had hoped this meeting would unveil answers for both of them, but never could she have imagined how deeply intertwined their fates truly were. As silence enveloped them for those fleeting moments between breaths taken together, each lost in thought, Aurelian fought back tears that threatened to spill over at any moment. Here was evidence not only of Alara's existence, but also proof that hope could resurface even from despair's depths. "What do I do now?" he whispered almost to himself. A question heavy with uncertainty, yet carried whispers of yearning woven within it too. Lila stepped closer and found herself answering instinctively. "We search for her together." An idea blossomed within her chest. A desire not just to uncover Alara's fate, but also perhaps help heal Aurelian's heart along the way. In that shared understanding, forged through sorrow and hope renewed, a bond began forming between them, transcending mere chance encounters or destiny alone. It was one built on love lost, yet waiting patiently for rediscovery, amid shadows cast across Nocturna's storied landscape. Lila's journey to acquiring the enchanted necklace was filled with unexpected challenges and moments of wonder that shaped her into the spirited girl she had become. It all began on a sunny afternoon when she found herself wandering deeper into the Whispering Woods, a place known for its magical allure and hidden secrets. The villagers often cautioned against venturing too far, sharing tales of mischievous spirits and enchanted creatures that roamed the dense foliage. However, Lila's adventurous heart could not be contained by fear. On that particular day, Lila felt an irresistible pull, as if the forest itself was calling out to her. She followed a narrow path that seemed to shimmer under the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. As she walked, she marveled at the beauty surrounding her. The vibrant flowers dancing in the breeze and the soft sounds of nature creating a soothing melody. Little did she know that this serene landscape held many surprises. After what felt like hours of exploring, Lila stumbled upon a hidden glade where sunlight poured in like liquid gold. In the center of this magical space stood an ancient stone pedestal, covered in lush moss and delicate wildflowers. It looked as if it had been forgotten by time itself. Intrigued, Lila stepped closer and gasped when she spotted something resting atop the pedestal, an exquisite necklace, glimmering softly in the sunlight. The moment she laid eyes on it, Lila felt an inexplicable connection to the piece of jewelry. Its intricate design and vibrant gemstones seemed to resonate with her very soul. She reached out hesitantly, feeling a warm breeze swirl around her as if welcoming her touch. The instant her fingers brushed against the cool metal, a surge of energy coursed through her, leaving her breathless. However, taking the necklace was not as simple as it seemed. As she grasped it gently to pull it from its resting place, a rustling sound echoed from behind her. Startled, Lila turned quickly to find herself face to face with a creature from her grandmother's tales, a mischievous sprite with shimmering wings and bright eyes that twinkled with mischief. "Ah, you found it," the sprite exclaimed, flitting around her excitedly. "But do you truly understand what you hold? That necklace is not just pretty. It carries great magic and memory." Lila's heart raced at the sprite's words. I just wanted to take it," she stammered, looking at the masterpiece in her hands. "I didn't mean to intrude." The sprite landed gracefully on a nearby branch, observing Lila with keen interest. "Many have sought this necklace before you," it said slyly, "but few have understood its significance." The sprite continued to explain how the necklace belonged to Lady Alara, whose spirit intertwined with its magic. If misused or taken without respect, it could lead to dire consequences. Determined not to let fear deter her from claiming this treasure meant for something greater, Lila listened intently as the sprite offered her a challenge. "If you wish to keep it," it said with a twinkle in its eye, You must prove your worthiness through a series of tasks. Each task would test Lila's courage and kindness, qualities Alara herself had embodied. Without hesitation, Lila agreed. The first task required her to venture across a rickety old bridge that spanned a wide chasm filled with swirling mist. Gritting her teeth against her fear of heights, Lila focused on where she wanted to go rather than what lay beneath her feet. Step by step, she crossed successfully and felt exhilarated by conquering her trepidation. The second task led her deep into a thicket where she encountered an injured rabbit caught in thorny brambles. Remembering Alara's kindness towards those in need, Lila carefully freed the creature with gentle hands before tending to its wounds using leaves from nearby plants. The rabbit nuzzled against her gratefully before hopping away freely. Finally came the last challenge, a test of heart where Lila had to confront an ancient guardian spirit that protected the grove. The spirit materialized as an imposing figure cloaked in shadow, but revealed itself as wise rather than menacing once Lila showed compassion rather than fear. "I see your spirit shines bright," it declared after hearing Lila's heartfelt wishes for peace and understanding within Nocturna. With each challenge faced head-on, Lila proved not only her bravery, but also boundless empathy, a true reflection of Alara's legacy. With each task completed successfully, she felt more deserving of wearing the necklace. When she at last stood before the pedestal once more, the sprite fluttered beside her and smiled knowingly. "You have proven yourself worthy. Now take what is rightfully meant for you." At that moment, as she placed the necklace around her neck for the first time, Lila felt warmth enveloping her like a hug from Alara herself. A bond forged between past and present, set into motion by enduring love. As she returned home through familiar paths, now infused with newfound purpose and understanding, Lila nestled dreams of destiny intertwined with another's sorrow. The future awaited just beyond reach, filled with possibilities, yet unseen. As the days unfolded after their poignant meeting, Lila and Lord Aurelian found themselves spending time together, each moment deepening the bond that had begun to form between them. Lila brought a spark of youthful energy to the somber palace, breaking through the veil of grief that had shrouded Aurelian for so long. They wandered through the gardens, where vibrant flowers bloomed under the moonlight, and the air carried whispers of magic. One evening, as they strolled side by side along a winding path lined with lilacs, Aurelian turned to Lila, his expression thoughtful. "Do you ever dream of far-off places?" he asked, his gaze drifting to the stars twinkling above. "When I was younger, I often imagined adventures beyond Nocturna, explorations of distant lands filled with unknown wonders." Lila's eyes lit up at his words. "Oh, yes. My grandmother used to tell me stories about brave knights and magical realms. I always wanted to see enchanted forests and meet fantastical creatures." Paused, feeling a connection with him that transcended their ages and experiences. "But I never thought I'd actually meet someone like you, a real-life king." A faint smile curved Aurelian's lips at her enthusiasm, a rare sight that brightened his usually stoic face. "And I never thought I would meet someone who could remind me of what it feels like to hope again." His voice softened as he continued. "You have this light about you, Lila. It's as if Alara's spirit has found a way to shine through you." Her heart warmed at his words. Lila reached up to touch the necklace resting against her chest, feeling its energy pulse gently against her skin. "I think it's because of this," she replied, glancing down at the piece that had brought them together. "It feels like it holds both our stories, yours and Alara's. as well as mine. As they continued their walk, Lila shared tales of her childhood in Eldergrove. The adventures she had with friends, the challenges faced in her small village, and the dreams she held close to her heart. Aurelian listened intently, nodding along as she recounted how she had once rescued an injured bird or helped an elderly neighbor carry groceries. Each story revealed a part of herself that resonated with Aurelian's memories of Alara, her kindness, compassion, and unwavering spirit. In turn, Aurelian opened up about his own life before loss consumed him. He spoke of joyous moments spent with Alara, how they danced in their garden during festivals while laughter filled the air, how she would often surprise him with small gifts that represented her love. He shared tales of times when they faced adversity together, working side by side to protect their kingdom from threats, both internal and external. With each shared story, they uncovered similarities in their personalities and values. Both were driven by a sense of duty to help others. Lila admired Aurelian's strength and depth of character, while he marveled at her youthful courage and determination to make a difference in the world around her. One afternoon, seated beneath the sprawling branches of an ancient oak tree in the garden, Aurelian turned serious. "There's something special about you, Lila," he said slowly, contemplating his next words. "You remind me of Alara, not just because of the necklace, but because of your heart. You carry light where darkness has lingered too long." Lila felt a flutter in her chest at his admission. "And you remind me of my dreams. You're a king who has experienced great loss, yet still seeks truth and hope." She paused for a moment before asking softly, "Do you think we can truly find Alara? Is there a way?" Aurelian looked deep into her eyes, recognizing the determination that mirrored his own quest for answers. "I believe we can," he said firmly. "Together, we hold the strength needed to uncover what happened all those years ago. Your connection to Alara through this necklace is more than chance. It is destiny guiding us." As twilight descended upon Nocturna, casting hues of purple and gold across the sky, Lila felt a surge of excitement mingled with apprehension. The journey before them was uncertain, yet standing alongside Aurelian filled her with newfound purpose. Their shared stories had woven their fates together in ways neither could have anticipated. With each passing day, as they confronted challenges and united their strengths for the sake of finding truth and healing, Lila and Aurelian discovered not only a friendship forged from compassion, but also a kinship rooted in loss and hope. A bond that promised to illuminate the path ahead even in the darkest hours. In this intricate dance between past and present, love lost and love discovered awaited just beyond the horizon. A future filled with possibilities mapped out by the very lives they sought to reclaim. As the days turned into weeks, Lila and Lord Aurelian continued their quest to uncover the truth about Lady Alara's disappearance. However, just as they began to feel a sense of hope and momentum, a shadow loomed over their bond, threatening to unravel the progress they had made together. One cool evening, while wandering through the moonlit gardens of Aurelian's castle, a chilling wind swept through the air, causing the leaves to rustle ominously. Lila shivered slightly, but attributed it to the evening's coolness. She and Aurelian were discussing potential leads about Alara's fate when a sudden presence interrupted them. It was a figure cloaked in darkness, a rival vampire named Victor, known for his cunning ways and unyielding desire for power. "Lord Aurelian," Victor called out, his voice dripping with disdain. "What brings you to this lowly state? Fawning over a mere girl?" His eyes flickered toward Lila with a predatory glint. I see you've chosen an interesting companion, but I wonder if she knows what truly belongs to you. Lila stepped back instinctively, sensing danger in Victor's tone. Aurelian straightened, his demeanor shifting from warmth to icy resolve. What do you want, Victor? He asked, his voice steady but laced with irritation. Just checking in on my old friend, Victor replied with feigned innocence. I hear you've been seeking answers about your long-lost wife, and there you are, pining over her necklace like a love-stricken fool. He gestured dramatically toward Lila's neck. That necklace is more than just a trinket. It carries power, Ilara's essence. Yet here you are, allowing someone else to wear it. Lila felt her heart race at his words. She had never considered that wearing the necklace could provoke such reactions from others. The connection she felt with both Ilara and Aurelian suddenly seemed fragile against Victor's menacing presence. Aurelian's expression darkened at Victor's insinuation. Leave her out of this, he warned sharply, stepping protectively closer to Lila. You have no claim over Ilara or her legacy? Victor smirked knowingly, as if he reveled in their tension. But I possess knowledge that could change everything for both of you. He took a step forward, eyes gleaming with mischief as he continued. You'd be wise to listen carefully before involving yourself with matters beyond your understanding. Lila looked up at Aurelian anxiously, but found strength in his unwavering gaze. It was clear he would protect her at all costs. Speak plainly, Aurelian commanded. Victor leaned in conspiratorially, as if sharing a grand secret. Amongst other things, I know where Lady Ilara may have gone, and why she vanished in the first place. His lips curled into a predatory grin. But you'll need something from me. A trade of sorts. The atmosphere grew charged as Lila felt unease ripple through her body like waves crashing against rocks. What could this creature want in return? She glanced between them, silently hoping Aurelian would see through Victor's deceitful facade. Whatever it is you propose will put her life at risk, Aurelian countered firmly. Oh, come now, Victor scoffed lightly. I wouldn't dream of harming such a lovely girl. But perhaps she could assist us in finding something truly valuable. Something that holds real power. He cast another glance at Lila before continuing relentlessly. She has already proven herself worthy by acquiring the necklace. Lila felt trapped under Victor's gaze as uncertainty gripped her heart tightly. She had worked so hard to understand both Ilara and her own place within this story. But now, it seemed more complicated than ever. I don't want anything to do with your schemes, she declared boldly, despite feeling shaken inside. Her courage surprised even herself. Standing beside Aurelian made her braver than she had imagined possible. Victor laughed softly but maliciously, as if mocking her bravery. Oh, but dear girl, you may not have much choice soon enough. With that warning lingering in the air, like fog rolling off cliffs at dawn, he turned and disappeared into shadows cast by the pale moonlight. In the silence that followed his departure, Lila looked up at Aurelian with newfound intensity, a mix of fear and determination boiling within her chest. What do we do now? She asked quietly, yet resolutely. Aurelian sighed deeply as he considered their situation. Every word exchanged hung heavy between them. His protective instincts ignited once more, alongside growing concerns for Lila's safety intertwined with their mission ahead. We prepare, he said finally after weighing options cautiously and feeling vulnerable against looming threats they might face together. A path obscured by darkness, yet marked by their commitment towards truth, illuminated by hope, they nurtured daily, despite adversity surrounding them, like mist across Nocturna's landscape. In that moment of shared resolve, their bond strengthened further. They recognized the challenges ahead would test both courage and loyalty. Yet nothing could shake the deepening connection forged amidst trials endured together, or diminish what lay waiting on paths paved by destiny itself. With their resolve strengthened after the encounter with Victor, Lila and Lord Aurelian set out on their quest to uncover the truth about the necklace and its connection to Lady Alara. They knew their journey would not only lead them into the heart of Nocturna, but also into the depths of mystery surrounding Alara's disappearance. Their first destination was a mystical place known as the Crystal Caverns, rumored to hold ancient secrets and powerful magic. Legends spoke of a guardian spirit residing within the caverns, one that could provide insights into forgotten histories. As they approached, the mouth of the cave yawned before them, shrouded in mist that danced like whispers carried by the wind. Aurelian led the way, his senses heightened as they stepped inside. The cave walls sparkled with embedded crystals that illuminated their path with ethereal light. Lila felt a sense of wonder wash over her. She had never seen anything so beautiful. "Look at how they shimmer," she exclaimed, reaching out to touch one of the crystals. "Be cautious," Aurelian warned softly. "These caves can be treacherous. We must stay focused." His protective nature surged forward, reaffirming the bond they shared as they ventured deeper. As they walked, they began to hear faint echoes, voices whispering secrets from long ago. Lila glanced around, feeling both excited and frightened. "Do you hear that?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Aurelian nodded intently. "Yes. It's said that the spirits of those who once inhabited these lands linger here, sharing their knowledge with those who seek it." With each step forward, the whispers grew clearer, guiding them toward a wider chamber. In the center of the chamber stood a magnificent crystalline structure radiating soft light. As they approached it, a shimmering figure emerged, a spirit enveloped in glimmering energy, its presence commanding yet warm. "Welcome, seekers of truth," the spirit spoke, its voice echoing like a gentle breeze through leaves. "You have come for knowledge regarding Alara's essence intertwined with this necklace." Lila took a deep breath, feeling a sense of awe wash over her. "Yes," she replied courageously, stepping forward. "We want to know what happened to Lady Alara." The spirit regarded them both carefully, its form shifting like water dancing in sunlight. "The necklace you possess carries fragments of her spirit," it explained slowly. "Alara's love was bound to this artifact as a safeguard against darkness, a protection woven by her own magic. But there are dangers tied to this power." "What kind of dangers?" Aurelian pressed urgently, leaning closer in anticipation. "The power within could attract those who seek to exploit it," the spirit warned solemnly. "Victor is one such being. He seeks to claim Alara's essence for himself. Should he succeed, he may unleash chaos upon Nocturna." Lila felt fear creep into her heart. Victor's words echoed in her mind as she imagined what he could do with such power. "What must we do?" she asked, determination setting in her voice. "You must find the Heartstone," the spirit instructed gently. "It is hidden within these caverns and serves as a key to unlocking Alara's memories trapped within the necklace itself. Only by harnessing its magic can you protect her essence and restore balance." Aurelian and Lila exchanged glances filled with resolute purpose. This was their true mission: to not only find Alara, but also protect her legacy from falling into malevolent hands. "Where can we find this heartstone?" Lila questioned eagerly. The spirit gestured toward a narrow passageway leading deeper into the cave. "Follow the echoes of your heart," it advised cryptically. "They will guide you." Without hesitation, Lila and Aurelion moved forward into the passageway, their hearts racing with excitement and trepidation. The walls flickered with shadows as they navigated the winding corridor filled with twists and turns that seemed to challenge their resolve. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from behind. A tremor shook the ground beneath them. The sound was followed by faint laughter, unmistakably belonging to Victor's allies, who had likely followed them into the caverns. "We need to hurry," Aurelian urged as panic clawed at him. He could sense danger closing in around them. They dashed through the passage, dodging falling rocks illuminated by glowing crystals overhead, until finally emerging into another chamber. The heartstone awaited them atop a pedestal, surrounded by swirling mist. As Lila reached out tentatively towards it, she felt warmth seeping through the air, a feeling of safety washing over her, as if Alara herself were drawing near through time and space intertwined. But before she could grasp it fully, shadows emerged around them. Victor's minions had found their trail. Panic surged through Lila as they closed in on them. "Stand firm," Aurelian commanded fiercely, stepping between Lila and their approaching threat while readying himself for battle. Lila knew they had no choice now. They had to fight not just for themselves, but for Alara's future and what lay hidden within the necklace. As the radiant light from the heartstone enveloped Lila and Aurelian, a calm washed over them, momentarily fading the chaos of their surroundings. The warmth they felt was not only from the stone, but also from an undeniable connection burgeoning between them, a bond that transcended time and circumstance. Lila's heart raced as she glanced at Aurelian, whose expression shifted from determination to something deeper, reflective of understanding and admiration. "Lila," he began slowly, his voice barely above a whisper, "I think there is more to your connection with Alara than we initially realized." "What do you mean?" Layla asked, her curiosity piqued. She could feel a thread of tension in the air, charged with the electric energy emanating from the heartstone. Aurelian took a deep breath, gathering his thoughts carefully. "When I look at you, I see so much of her spirit, your kindness, your bravery. It's as if part of Alara lives on through you." His gaze softened as he spoke. "It makes me wonder if there was something deeper at play when you found that necklace." Lila felt her cheeks flush at Aurelian's words. "I've always admired Lady Alara," she admitted shyly. "Her stories inspired me to be brave and kind like her. I never thought I'd actually connect with her in such an intimate way." As they stood together beneath the shimmering light of the heartstone, Lila began to recall moments from her life that felt oddly connected to Alara's essence. Memories flooded back, times when she had acted selflessly or sought out adventure despite fear, as if Alara's spirit had been guiding her all along. "I can't explain it fully," Lila continued thoughtfully, "but ever since I discovered the necklace, I've felt different. It's like it awakened something inside me." She looked up at Aurelian earnestly. "Do you think it's possible that part of Alara's magic lives within me?" Aurelian nodded slowly, processing her words while feeling the weight of their shared journey deepen further into unknown territories. "Yes," he replied firmly. "The connection between you two must be stronger than mere coincidence. It could be why Victor is drawn to you as well." His expression darkened momentarily as he recalled Victor's warning about claiming Alara's essence for himself. It made sense now why Lila was central to their quest. The love that once bound him and Alara seemed to echo in this unexpected friendship blooming under duress. Before they could delve further into this revelation, shadows stirred around them. Victor's minions pressed closer through the darkness, while confusion danced in their eyes, reflecting panic against luminous surroundings now revealed they sought what lay before them. "Stay close," Aurelian urged as he stepped protectively in front of Lila again. She felt comforted by his presence, even amid brewing danger. Together, they could face whatever danger approached, armed with secrets unlocked through mutual understanding forged between hearts, yearning for truth. A bridge connecting past loves, lost, continuing onward, encouraging hope toward brighter tomorrows, awaiting just beyond reach. "Let us use this bond we share," Lila exclaimed, suddenly inspired by newfound resolve surging within. Unwavering courage igniting towards destiny awaiting. Ahead, no longer afraid, instead embracing changes unfolded, granting strength against darkness, closing in upon them. With hands clasped tightly now, united by purpose, they summoned energy radiating forth from Heartstone, illuminating paths forged, memories intertwined, guiding forward together. Unwavering hope, shielding against despair lurking behind every corner, revealing layers upon layers, yet uncovered histories waiting patiently, emerging full circle, returning home, discovering loved ones once lost, reclaiming what was rightfully theirs. In that moment, standing firm, ready facing enemies seen before, but fueled further, knowing love transcends time, unveiling secrets, hidden, deep, resurrecting warmth, cherished, long held dear, awaiting rediscovery. Weaving tales spanning lifetimes, filled laughter, shared embraces, echoing softly through ages past, redemption, beckoning brightly, illuminating future unbroken spirits, entwined eternal promise, resting upon horizon, just waiting for them. The moment the Heartstone's light faded, reality surged back around Lila and Aurelian as they stood poised for confrontation. The shadows that had once danced with ethereal beauty now transformed into threatening figures. Victor's minions closing in, their eyes glinting with malice. "Stay close to me," Aurelian instructed firmly, positioning himself protectively in front of Lila. He could feel the weight of their mission pressing down on him. This was not just a battle against Victor's forces, but a fight for Alara's legacy and for the bond he had forged with Lila. "Together," Lila declared, her voice strong despite the fear swirling within her. She felt the necklace pulsing against her chest, a reassurance that she was not alone in this fight. The connection to Alara surged through her, the courage and strength she had admired in Alara igniting within herself. As the minions approached, Aurelian drew his sword, its blade glinting menacingly under the dim light of the caverns. "You will not take her," he shouted defiantly. The resolve in his voice reverberated through the chamber as he prepared to defend both Lila and Alara's essence at all costs. Suddenly, a dark figure lunged forward from the shadows. One of Victor's henchmen intent on seizing them before they could grasp the Heartstone's power. Aurelian met him head-on, their swords clashing with a sound that echoed throughout the cavern like thunder. Lila watched in awe as Aurelian fought with skill and determination, each movement fluid yet powerful. Her heart raced as she realized how much he was willing to sacrifice for her and for Alara's memory. In that moment of chaos, she knew she couldn't just stand by. She had to contribute to their fight. Summoning her courage, Lila focused on the Heartstone before them. The spirit had told them it held great magic. Perhaps it could help turn the tide of battle if she could channel its energy properly. Taking a deep breath, she stepped closer to the pedestal where it rested and closed her eyes. "Heartstone," she whispered fervently, "lend me your strength." She envisioned Alara's spirit guiding her hand as warmth enveloped her being, wrapping around her like an embrace filled with love and support. A sudden wave of power surged through Lila as she opened her eyes. The heartstone glowed brightly in response to her plea. She felt connected not only to Alara, but also to Aurelian, their fates intertwined by purpose, fueling each other forward against encroaching darkness. With newfound resolve coursing through her veins, Lila raised her hands toward Victor's minions. "You are not going to take what is ours." Her voice rang out clear and strong, a declaration infused with bravery that echoed off cavern walls like a battle cry. A brilliant beam of light shot forth from the Heartstone, illuminating the chamber and striking down toward Victor's henchmen who faltered under its brilliance. They recoiled in shock as light flooded over them like dawn breaking through night. A force too powerful for darkness to withstand. Aurelian seized this opportunity. Using his sword with renewed vigor, he charged at those who remained standing amidst confusion rippling outward like waves across water. "Now," he called out to Lila, while deftly dispatching foes lingering nearby, desperate clinging onto shadows casting around them. "Together!" Lila echoed again as they fought side by side. Their hearts synchronized against overwhelming odds, while hope blossomed brighter amid chaos closing around them, intensifying momentum, propelling forward into destiny awaiting beyond. The climax reached fever pitch as they battled fiercely. Every clash of steel resonated with their shared purpose, an unyielding commitment forged between past loves, lost intertwining with new bonds created in present moments, expanding toward future horizons, waiting patiently just beyond reach. Finally, after what felt like an eternity filled with struggle, a triumphant cheer erupted from Aurelian as he felled Victor's final minion. Breathing heavily yet exhilarated, they turned toward each other amid fading darkness swirling away, leaving only echoes behind. "We did it!" Lila exclaimed joyously, while catching Aurelian's gaze, meeting mirroring reflections sparkling beneath emerging starlight, cascading overhead, illuminating paths stretching infinitely onward. Beckoning triumphantly, calling homeward, reclaiming lost treasures now found sitting nestled comfortably within warm embrace, radiating hope, anew built stronger than ever, united firmly against despair, lingering behind forevermore. In that moment of victory, hearts racing against time, weaving tales spanning lifetimes, filled laughter shared, embracing, softly echoing past redemption, beckoning brightly, illuminating future's unbroken spirits, entwined eternal promise, resting upon horizon, waiting patiently now. Finally within reach, finding themselves together, reclaiming what once seemed lost but forever cherished, still glowing, vibrantly alive. After the dust of battle settled, Lila and Aurelian stood amidst the remnants of their confrontation, the cavern now filled with a serene glow from the Heartstone. The air hummed with energy, a reminder of their victory and the bond they had forged through the trials they had faced together. Lila could feel the warmth of Alara's presence lingering nearby, wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. "Do you think she saw us?" Lila asked softly, glancing up at Aurelian. Her heart swelled with emotion as she felt both triumphant and reflective. "Do you think Alara knows what we've done?" Aurelian turned to her, his expression tender and thoughtful. "I believe she does," he replied, his voice steady yet filled with warmth. "Her spirit is part of this necklace, part of you. I have no doubt that she feels our connection." He paused for a moment, collecting his thoughts. "I can't help but think that our journey was meant to bring her legacy back to life through us." Lila nodded, feeling a profound sense of understanding wash over her. "When I first found the necklace, I had no idea it would lead me to you, or to this moment," she said, glancing down at the intricate piece resting against her chest. It feels like more than just an object. It's a piece of Alara's story, intertwined with mine. Aurelian smiled gently, pride shimmering in his eyes. You have honored her memory in ways I could never have imagined. Your kindness and bravery remind me so much of Alara herself. He took a deep breath, allowing vulnerability to seep into his words. I lost her for so long, and I thought I would never know love again. But now, standing here with you, it feels like there is hope anew. Emotion quivered in Lila's chest as she absorbed Aurelian's words. She had always admired Alara from afar, but now felt an unbreakable connection, not just to her memory, but also to Aurelian. An unexpected bond formed through shared experiences and loss. Do you think we can find out what really happened to her? Lila asked earnestly, wanting to honor Alara fully by understanding her fate. Aurelian's expression shifted from tenderness to resolve. We must. There are still pieces of this puzzle waiting to be uncovered. He gestured toward the passageway leading out of the cave. Our journey isn't over yet. We must explore what lies ahead. As they began their way out, Lila felt a rush of excitement mixed with trepidation about what awaited them in the outside world. She knew they had faced formidable challenges together before, but something about this next part felt particularly significant. Whatever is to come, she said firmly, glancing sideways at Aurelian as they walked side by side. We will face it together. Yes, Aurelian replied with renewed vigor in his voice. Together. Once outside under the starlit sky of Nocturna, they paused to take in their surroundings, the moonlight bathing everything in silver hues. It felt like a new beginning. The shadows that had once threatened them were now receding into the darkness behind them. Look at the stars, Lila said softly, pointing upward where constellations twinkled brightly against the dark canvas. They reminded her of stories her grandmother used to tell about dreams and destinies woven across time. They shine brighter tonight, Aurelian agreed, gazing up with admiration. Then he added with conviction, and perhaps they hold promises of love yet to come. With hearts intertwined amid reflections on love and loss. Their journey ahead unfolded like a tapestry woven with threads of courage, hope, and possibilities, waiting patiently just beyond reach. Each step guided by purpose and intention, ignited from within. As they moved forward into the unknown, past trials still lingering shadows left behind. Lila sensed that while they were uncovering Alara's mysteries, they were also creating their own story filled with light and promise. A narrative threaded together by love, rediscovered amidst life's uncertainties, blossoming anew before them. The future remained open, a realm brimming with choices yet undiscovered. But one thing was certain. Whatever lay ahead would be faced hand in hand. Two hearts united against whatever awaited them. Filled with unwavering hope and endless possibilities, illuminated by stars shining down upon their path forward.